Mr. Chairman, what the Democrats seem to be saying here is that speech is violence. This fiction is then used to justify suppressing speech that they don't like. That's the crux of this discussion. Speech is not violence. Speech can be hateful, it can be disgusting, it can be bigoted, it can be false, but unless it is specifically and overtly inciting violence, our society has always tolerated it, confident that such speech can best be countered and corrected as long as everyone else is free to speak their minds. Kinder sentiments will always triumph over hateful ones. Truth will always triumph over lies. Sound opinion will always triumph over folly. You know, there used to be a common expression, sticks and stones may break my bones, but names can never hurt me. There was another, I might despise what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. These sentiments are the principles of a free society. And I've made this point before. There are only two possible ways to resolve conflicts among us human beings. There's reason and there's force. We've built an empire of reason where people, all people, can express their opinions freely without fear of retribution by their government. Those who spew hate or folly or lies will naturally be contained by those who offer better sentiments, not by force, but by reason. People can hear all sides and draw their own conclusions, and we've based our entire form of government on the assumption that they will usually and ultimately will always arrive at just and sound conclusions. Our government was formed to protect this fundamental right of individuals to express their own views, and the fundamental mechanism of democracy, which is to test all opinions, hold them up to every possible light, and then arrive at a common conclusion for our society. The worst thing that we can do is to suppress speech or punish people from expressing their opinions. Churchill spoke of such societies. He said they're afraid of words and thoughts. Words spoken abroad, thoughts stirring at home, all the more powerful because forbidden, terrify them. They make frantic efforts to bar out thoughts and words. They are afraid of the workings of the human mind. A state of society where men may not speak their minds, where children denounce their parents to the police, where a businessman or small shopkeeper ruins his competitor by telling tales about his private opinions. Such a state of society cannot long endure if brought into contact with the healthy outside world. He was speaking of the oppressions of the European dictatorships of the age, and the healthy outside world he was speaking of was ours, that beacon of freedom and liberty that is founded on the most fundamental right of every citizen to express himself. So I say again, speech is not violence. Only dictatorships treat it as violence, and they do so as an excuse to silence dissent and impose their opinions not by reason, but by force. That is antithetical to the principles of the American founding.